Hello and welcome to eNotes/Notify training, which is our new mass communications software that we'll be using in place of Blackboard Communicator starting January 1st. Let me show you a little rundown of how each individual school will log into this. Right now there is only one master account for each school. It will also be the web administrator account too, so those folks will have access to this as well, so you can use those accounts. It operates a little bit differently than Blackboard does, and I'll show you how that works here in just a second. So the first thing you want to do is select your campus. So this is the front page of our new website, and you'll select campus of the school that you want to actually notify. I'm going to do Norwood Elementary School as an example, due to the fact that I can send it to myself for my children. So what I'll do is I'll click on this link, and I will scroll to the bottom of this page to the login button. This login button is the exact same place that you go to edit the website, which will be covered in our web training once we return to school after January the 3rd. So click on Login. I will provide you with the login information for your specific eNotes Notify account. So once you're in here, this is the platform that you'll use to edit your website as well as to send mass communications. So this button right here called Notify is where we go and click on to actually use the mass communication software. Click on Notify. Once you're in there, you've got a couple different options, and let's go over that. Some might see three specific options here. One of those will be disappearing after the new year. But Notify Dashboard and Notify Teacher are the two buttons that you should see right there. The other one is it will be going away very soon. If you'd like to do a mass communication for the entire campus, you would click right here. So depending on the type of communication that you want to send, or if you want to send all three of those notifications, you would select yes, 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 and yes for the different options. These are the three options that we have right now. We'll be adding the app option later, but you can send an email, a phone call, and a text message. The text message does send a text message to the first listed phone number in the student's account. So we would hit next here. I always like to hit customize message as it blows everything out and you can see it a little bit more detail. Of course, your text message is going to be very short, but for this specific example, I'm just going to use a test message. So I'm going to hit test, number 1. And then to record your message or your call, you do have the option of doing the robocall. I would say that that's probably not the best option because I've heard the robot voice and it doesn't sound great. So what you would do is you would hit the record message button right here if you chose to do that, and call this number. A little bit different than Blackboard again, where you have to call the number and then you enter the code session and it asks you to record the message. As soon as you hang up, that message populates that area right there and you're ready to go in the recorded message portion. This right here is where the one account really pays off for us. If you do use the one account, you'll want to insert the email address that you would like people to reply to this specific alert that you're sending out via Notify. So I would put rsutton@acs.ac here. And then this is the title of the email, which will also show up in the text message. So it's important as well. It says district alert, but it only goes to your school. District alert right here. So I'm going to put test number 1. And then down here in this area, this is a lot like email. You can embed stuff with the source button, but you can also just type an email in its normal format. Put test 1 there. So we've done all three portions of this. I'm not going to record the message for this one as we're constrained by time. But hit continue. And then here's where you want to make sure that your numbers kind of look right or approximate as far as how many students and how many staff members will be contacting when you do a campus push out like this. We'll be sending a total of 461 emails, 281 text messages, 261 phone calls. And that's 725 total contacts in there. So if I was to hit continue right here, it would push those out to the entire Norwood Elementary population, which we don't want to do that in training here. Or if I'd like to schedule this message, I can schedule it right here. So I would choose my time and date. So let's say I wanted to send it on Friday at 6 p.m. I can hit continue right here. And then continue. And that message is scheduled for Friday, December 17th at 6 p.m. That's how you send a school-wide contact. Now, let's talk about diving down into different grade levels or just staff notifications. Where Blackboard worked on the notification of specific parent or student or staff, Notify eNotes is a little bit different. It doesn't have as many options when it comes to that, but it does make it a little bit easier when it comes to picking grade levels and picking just staff only. So if we did our campus alert, which is our entire Norwood Elementary campus or your campus, then we would go to grade and staff. We would click on that. The steps are very similar after we follow this, if not exactly the same. So if I wanted to send a message to all of the 5th graders at Norwood, I would hit 5th grade, click, and then I would choose my options again, and it follows the same exact pattern as we did when we did the campus alert on the previous example. So that's how you dive down into those grade levels. You can choose multiple grade levels here, 1st grade and 2nd grade, maybe 4th grade. Or you can just choose staff, where you notify your staff that way. Now let's talk about attendance calls or specific calls where you want to target specific parents. Like for a daily attendance call or a daily nurse call when you're calling home for individuals. That is located in the Notify Teacher portion of this. And what you would do is look to your left here, see Notify Teacher. When you see Notify Teacher, this is a lengthy step process to do this, but it is how you target individual parents and students in this. So after clicking Notify Teacher, you hit Send Message, and then Send to Profiles. And what you would do here is you would pick the specific student that you wanted to choose. I'm going to find my son here at Norwood Elementary School. I'm going to select him, hit Continue. And let's say this is a daily phone call or attendance call. I can send as an email, send as a phone call. Next. Again, same way we did it before. Now, if we want to select a recording, what we can do is we can record a message on our cell phones and then email it to ourselves. And once you've emailed it to yourself, you can use that recording daily. So you can have that file saved on your desktop, and you can select that recording and then go in there and grab it right here. And if you need additional help with that, I can definitely help anybody out that needs to do that. Or you can record a message or use an automated message. This may be a great portion right here to do an automated message instead of doing that voice call every day for attendance. You follow the exact same steps we did first. You want to make sure to change your title here. You want to make sure to change your email address, or you can leave that no reply at acs.ac. Once you do that, you hit continue. And if you can see right here, it sends 3 emails. Those emails would go to myself, my wife, as well as Jackson in his student email saying that he missed yesterday. The phone calls is just the primary phone call for our son. And we have 3 people that are being contacted with 1 profile from Jackson. I would hit send now, and it would go right out. Now let's talk about managing lists and where this would be important. If you do have a club or a sports team that you want to make a custom list from, you can do that. And that would allow folks at this level to send a message out to a list. And I'll show you how to make one of those real quick. So you would go to, again, your Notify dashboard here. Manage lists. Create new Notify list. You would enter the name of that specific list. Just going to do test list here. None of these are really important at this point in time because we don't have the app enabled. Test list. And then here's our list right now. So if you'd like to add people to that specific list, you would click the people right here. And you would hit add subscribers. And you can search for those folks. So I'm going to again search for my son. So if I want Jackson to be subscribed to that list, which includes Jackson's family, his contact information, I can choose that. As well as if I wanted to see another student and add them, I can add another student here. Add subscribers. Right now you see my son in here. There are 3 email addresses associated with his account. His mom, his dad, and himself. 3 specific phone numbers, which it probably is duplicate phone numbers on that, but it will only contact one of those. But if not, it'll contact all of those. For the multiple family entities, if a student has a family that has, or an account that has 2 family members. And also, Caden Bonham, he has the same contact information as well. Once you do that, go back here, close this out, and you've got your notify list. If I click that, which is my test list that I just created, you can see the subscriber account is 2. Hit continue, and you create the message just like you created on the campus alert, but it only goes to those specific subscribers. If we look at scheduled events or scheduled notifications, right here, if we had a scheduled notification, we could click here, and it would give us the option to edit that specific notification. If we needed to change a date or a time before that went out, we could make sure to do that right here under the Actions button. Currently, we have no scheduled notifications to go out, so we can't make those changes. But that should be a quick review, or an introduction actually, of eNotes/Notify. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me or give me a call anytime, and I'm more than happy to help you out with this. We'll be implementing this on January the 3rd when we come back. Blackboard will no longer be able to be used. We'll have to do our alerts through this piece of software.